Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Humpday or Dumpday here on Life Crystallized, where I use the cards to help you decide if this week for you and your significant other will be a hump day or a dump day. Now the piles that we have this week are Lepidolite, Jade, Rainbow Obsidian, and Rainbow Moonstone. So you're going to go ahead and choose the stone that you resonate with, that the stone that you feel is calling to you. And the message for that group, I will link the description in the description box below. I will link where in the video the message for that group is. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and make sure that we are calm and centered before you choose a pile. So, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2, 3, and let it out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to repeat this 2 or 3 more times until you feel like you're ready. Hold it. Take a deep breath in for 3 counts. Hold it in for 3 counts, and then exhale for 6 counts. When you feel like you are calm, you are centered, and you are ready, go ahead and choose a stone that is calling to you. So again, we have Lepidolite, Jade, Rainbow Obsidian, and Rainbow Moonstone. So choose a stone that resonates with you and go ahead and check out that description box to see where in the video that message is. Now I am going to go ahead and get started with the first group, which is the Lepidolite group. I'm sure I am butchering that name, but we're just gonna keep it moving. It is this pretty purple and whitish stone here with all the swirlies in it. So that's the stone we're starting with, and let's see if this week for you guys is going to be a hump day or a dump day. You guys have the Rider, the Crossroads, and the Tower. So you guys may be receiving some sort of news that is that Rider. That Rider might be carrying some sort of message in for you guys that is ultimately going to force you to make a decision. That decision is going to lead to some stability and security in whether it's your relationship or whether it is life after your relationship. So let's look at the tarot to see if this message, this news that is coming in, is ultimately going to be a hump day or a dump day. Either way, you guys have some kind of decision to make, and whether or not that is to leave or not, let's see. It might be something else. You guys have the 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and Temperance reversed. So I'm feeling like it might be a dump day for you guys. You guys are feeling trapped. That is this 8 of Swords. She is encircled by 8 swords. She is blindfolded and her hands are bound behind her. She's feeling trapped. Now, if you look at the image, she can walk away. The swords are around her, but she's not stuck in the middle of the swords. She can simply walk away from those swords, but she feels trapped. And there is something, it may be a relationship that has you guys feeling stuck, that has you guys feeling trapped, like you don't know how to get out. And this Seven of Wands, you look at this image, there is a woman holding a wand, and she is like fending off, warding off 6 other figures that are somewhere off the card, but those figures are also holding 6 wands. And you look at the expression in her face, she is really fighting to again get out of this situation. So this 8 of Swords, this 7 of Wands is really just conveying a sense of being or feeling trapped. So in both instances, the figure can get away. This woman in the 8 of Swords, she can walk away. She can let go of those ropes that are holding her and take off that blindfold. She can walk away. But in this moment in time, she's not. She's feeling like she's stuck. In this 7 of Wands, this woman is fighting. She's fending off some unknown entity. Now, whether that entity is actually trying to harm her or not is unknown, and it doesn't really matter. The point is, and what's important is, that she feels attacked. She feels like she has to defend herself, and that is where you guys are right now. And this sense of feeling trapped, this sense of feeling like you need to fight your way out of this situation, has you guys feeling completely off balance. And that is this Temperance reversed. So those cups that she's trying to balance, and I'm just going to turn this image right side up, you can see she's balancing the water in 2 cups. She has 1 foot on land, she has 1 foot in the water. This image, this Temperance, is all about balance. It's all about being even and just really not going to any extreme. But again, you guys are feeling trapped, like your back is against the wall and like you have to fight your way out. So I feel like the decision that you guys need to make this week is whether or not you are going to continue to live feeling trapped. And this Tower, this Tower could be a prison. So it can represent stability and security. It is a high tower. No one can get in. But at the same time, you think about Rapunzel. Her tower was not really security for her. Her tower was a prison. So that is the choice that you guys are faced with. And this may not mean that the choice that you need to make is whether to leave this relationship or whether to stay. The choice that you have to make may simply mean you have to decide how you want to look at your situation, how you want to look at your relationship. And ultimately, the way you choose to look at it could in fact determine whether you stay or whether you leave. But the question is this relationship a secure, protective relationship? Is the tower that this relationship is the structure of this relationship a tower of security, a tower of stability, or is it a tower of imprisonment? And that is what I feel like you guys need to decide this week. So this messenger, this rider that you guys have coming in will be bringing you some sort of news, some sort of information that will help you guys determine once and for all what this relationship represents. Whether it represents stability and security, or whether it represents imprisonment and entrapment. But that is the decision that you guys are faced with, and that's the choice that you guys are going to have to make. That is that crossroad. Now, the message that your angels have for you is kindred spirits. So that is a positive sign. If you and your partner are kindred spirits, you guys are on the same page, you guys have the same goals, you guys want the same things. So perhaps it really is just a matter of you changing your perspective. Perhaps you've been in situations before in past relationships, you're carrying that baggage with you of past relationship, of patterns that you have had or seen with other partners, which are making you interpret your current partner's actions of love, your current partner's actions of kindness and caring and nurturing. You might be interpreting those actions as suffocating, as entrapment, because you're used to dysfunction and toxic relationships where similar actions, that was the intent. The intent was to control, to trap, to keep you in your place, to keep you in a box. But that was then, this is now. You can't judge your current partner by actions of your past partner. You can't bring that old baggage into this relationship. So once you decide to let go of the past, leave that tattered, battered suitcase at the door, and enter into this relationship with an open heart, with an open mind, with a new perspective, then you will realize that you really are kindred spirits and that your partner really does have your best interest at heart. So, your angels also want you to know devotion. And that is Mirabai devotion. Your partner is devoted to you. You guys are kindred spirits. Take some time this week to really get to the root of why you are feeling like you're trapped, why you are feeling the need to fight. Because again, this Eight of Swords and this Seven of Wands, these figures are really being trapped by their own inaction. This Eight of Swords is trapped by your own inaction, your own refusal to look at things in a different way. The Seven of Wands is defensive because you have chosen to interpret those figures as hostile. There's nothing that necessarily indicates those figures are in fact hostile, but that's the way you're interpreting the situation, which is putting you on the defensive, which is really just making you want to fight. So you guys have a decision to make this week. You may be getting some news, some information that will help you make that decision, but ultimately I feel like the decision that you need to make, the choice that you need to take, the choice that you need to make, or the path that you need to choose, is that of love, is that of the future, and not what has been, not the past. So change your perspective, and you may be surprised to find that your relationship changes, or at least your perception, the way you are receiving and interpreting your relationship, completely changes this week. But ultimately, for you guys, if you guys choose to look at things a different way, if you guys choose to let down your guard this week, it will in fact be a hump day. So that is my message for my purpley, whitish, swirly stone. I'm not even going to attempt to repeat that name. I will save you and I both the trouble. And we're going to move on to Jade. My Jade group, that is this pretty greenish, this really pale green beauty here. Is this week for you guys a hump day or a dump day? And we've got the anchor, the fish, and the book. So I'm feeling like this week for you guys may be pretty stable. I feel like you guys are really kind of standing firm, planting those roots this week, and really just kind of enjoying the stability, the security, the really groundedness, the rootedness of your relationship this week. This book is really speaking of some sort of secret or something that's being hidden, something that's just below the surface. But I don't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing. But there's definitely something there this week that is just kind of hiding out just beneath the surface. But ultimately, I feel like whatever it is, it's not anything major. It's nothing that's going to like devastate your relationship in any way. Because ultimately, I do feel like this is going to be just kind of a really kind of steady, stable week for you guys. And let's see what the tarot has to say. We've got Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Tower. So you have a couple of wands this week. You got the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands. That is all about that excitement, that really fiery energy, taking action and being bold and brave and confident in whatever it is you guys decide. The Queen is really, she knows exactly what she wants, and she's gonna go after it. She has her plan. She is ready. She is a risk taker, but she's a calculated risk taker. So she knows exactly what she wants. She knows exactly how to get it, and she's going to go after it. She's going to get it. But at the same time, she is that queen, so she's not necessarily as aggressive as the king. She's more laid back, and she's really kind of gentle about the way she does it, but she is really, again, seeing what she wants and going after it in her own quiet and controlled way. And this Page of Wands, she is just all about that exploration. She is ready to explore. She's ready to get out there. She's excited, and she's just ready to have fun. She's not as experienced as the queen. She doesn't have as much knowledge as the queen, but she's just as excited. She's just as ready to go out there and grab what it is she wants. And that is where, again, the fish is all about things flowing. It's about abundance, and I feel like that abundance is really flowing in your relationship this week. That passion, that excitement it's flowing this week. It's there. This anchor is really providing you. The anchor is really tethering you to one place, but you guys had that string. So if you think about a ship, right? When a ship throws down the anchor, it's going to stay like in that vicinity, but the rope is giving it enough room to kind of bob and weave. So there's room to explore, but you guys have that anchor that is really just holding you down and really tethering you to your safe space, which is your relationship. But you guys, that anchor is really just providing you with the base that you need, that stability that you need to be able to go out and explore and to venture outside of your comfort zone. And this Tower is all about disruption and change. So whatever this book is, whatever that is lying just beneath the surface, it may bubble up this week, and it may be revealed this week, and it may really cause chaos and destruction of things that are no longer serving you, those things that are no longer benefiting your relationship, those bad habits, those unhealthy ways of dealing, of interacting. Those are the things that are going to be disrupted this week, so that you guys can really enjoy and bask in that flow, those fish, that flow of action, of excitement, of joy, of happiness, all of those great and wonderful things and feelings that you guys really want to invite more of into your life. So again, whatever this secret is, whatever that is just like lying beneath the surface that needs to be uncovered, it's going to be uncovered this week. It's going to come out. That Tower is coming in to just tear things down, so that something new, something better, something more constructive can come up in its place. All right? And you guys have the Diamond, illumination. So whatever that is, whatever this book is, it will be illuminated this week. It will come to light. You guys got that diamond, that illumination, whatever that is that has kind of been hiding out in the dark, it's coming to light this week. But don't worry, it may be uncomfortable, because the Tower definitely isn't gentle, and it's not asking your permission, and it is disruptive. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you guys will be fine. And you have the chicken. So this chicken is really all about the past, and lore, stories. So again, we're going back to this book about something that has been done, something that has been buried, that has been lying in the past. Whatever that is coming up to the surface this week. It will be revealed. But again, whatever this is, it is something that just needs to come up. It's something that needs to be dealt with so that you can move on. This tower is coming in to knock it down. This book is here to uncover whatever that thing that is in the past is, so that you guys have a fresh start, you have a clean state, and you can continue to grow and build from there. So that is the message for the Jade group. Moving on to Rainbow Obsidian. That is this pretty little iridescent kind of rainbow stone. What is in the cards for you guys this week? Is it going to be a hump day or a dump day? And we've got the moon, the child, and the mountain. So you guys are going to be facing some sort of block, some sort of stagnation this week. There's something that has been hidden. That moon is all about things that are beneath the surface, your intuitions, your dreams. There is something that has been stirring in you that will ultimately cause a block this week. It might be something that you guys have been not ready to deal with, and I feel like you guys are kind of reverting to either old patterns from childhood or kind of withdrawing and curling up and being childlike with whatever this is that you've been feeling, whatever it is that you've been sensing, whatever it is that you've been intuiting. You guys have been trying to stuff it down and kind of block it out and ignore it in the way that a child would, which is ultimately creating this block. That is this mountain. Your refusal to deal with or acknowledge or work through this feeling that you guys have is causing a block for you guys this week. And I feel like, I don't know if it's a hump day or a dump day, but it's definitely some blocked energy. So we've got the Four of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles. Oh, you guys are stubborn this week. And we've got the Emperor. So those fours are stubborn. You guys are refusing to deal with, acknowledge, work through something this week. And it's stressing you out. So this Four of Swords, let's look at it right side up. We've got this woman lying in the bed, and she is resting, but it's not a peaceful rest. That Four is reversed. She is really unable to get that peaceful rest that she is seeking because she's refusing to deal with whatever those dreams are that are keeping her up, that keep waking her up, those nightmares that she's been having. She's trying to stuff them down. You guys are trying to stuff something down, something that's uncomfortable, something that you have not wanted to deal with. And it is causing a lack of sleep. You guys are really just stressing about this, and you're being super stubborn about it. Those 4s are stubborn, you guys, and you got 2 out of 3 are 4s. You guys are being stubborn about this. You're refusing to deal with it. You're refusing to acknowledge it, and it's stressing you out. We've got those 4 of Pentacles. You guys are holding on to your toys like a 4-year-old would. You're refusing to share. You're refusing to let go. Whatever this thing is, you guys are clutching it as if it is the last one of those things on earth. And you're doing it in a very stubborn, childlike manner. We've also got the Emperor. And I feel like this Emperor is like a father figure. The Emperor is there to lovingly guide you and show you the way. I feel like this emperor energy is your partner. Now it could be a man or a woman. It's just a very strong paternal figure. In this sense, the Emperor is that maternal figure. She brings life, right? And the Emperor is the yang to her yin, right? He is her counterbalance. He is the father to her mother. And I feel like that this Emperor is your father. Not your father, your partner. The Emperor, this Emperor energy, this strong, loving, gentle, guiding, paternal energy, this masculine energy is your partner just sitting and waiting for you to deal with your crap. If you look at the Emperor is just, she's chilling. She is chilling and just, or he, this figure, this energy, this masculine energy is, all right. So my camera died on me, so I had to just put it on my charger. So that's why my angle is a little different than it was a minute ago. And we were talking about the Emperor. So this masculine energy, this gentle, loving, masculine energy is waiting for you to get it together. This Emperor is waiting for you to sort through whatever it is you need to sort through, whatever those nightmares are that are keeping you up, whatever that is lying just beneath the surface that you guys are trying to deal with. The Emperor will be there when you guys are done. Once you guys have crossed that mountain and you have dealt with whatever this thing is and you are ready to discuss it like an adult, you're ready to talk about it like a grown-up, the Emperor is there, sitting, ready, and waiting. Now, whatever this is, it may be something that ultimately you feel like is a non-negotiable for you. It may be something that you have been trying to deal with. It's been something that you have been trying to figure out a way to accept, but you know deep down that it's something that you can accept. And that block, that mountain that you guys need to get over is really ultimately about speaking your truth and living in your truth and not running and hiding like a 4-year-old. Whatever you decide, the Emperor's cool with it. He is sitting and just really waiting for you to make your decision. The ball is in your court. Whatever you decide to do, he's going to support you 100%. But you have to decide what it is you want. And you guys have successful love, emerald, successful love. So in order for this love to be successful, you guys have to communicate. You have to say what it is you're feeling. You guys have to be vocal about your needs. You have to state your needs clearly in order for them to be met. So whatever this is that you guys have been holding on to, whatever this is that you guys have been trying to keep hidden, trying to bury in the dark, and let's go back to this moon. This moon is all about shadows and things that are unseen and things that look scary and kind of warped and distorted at night under the eerie light of the moon. It's time for you guys to bring those things into the light. It's time for you to deal with them, get them out in the open, so that you ultimately can have a successful love. So whether or not this week is a hump day or a dump day really all depends on how you choose to deal with this situation. Are you guys going to continue to try to bury your truth, your feelings, your needs, and hide them away in the shadows? Or are you guys going to acknowledge them and let them see the light of day so that the two of you can talk about it and reach some kind of understanding so that you can have a successful love? That is totally your choice, and it's a decision that you have to make. But until you make that decision, that mountain is going to stay there. You're going to continue to be blocked, and you're not going to see any forward movement. And your angels also want you to know, Leslie Marmon Silko community. So perhaps there are resources, whether it's people, whether it's books or websites or some kind of education that you guys need, some kind of information that you need, or whether it's people that you can depend on to maybe bounce ideas off of, or someone who can walk you through this. Maybe it's someone who's been through this before that can kind of be your guide. Whatever it is, whoever it is, or whatever it is, there is a community available to you. There is a community that you have at your disposal that can help you with this issue. So I urge you guys to lean on that community this week. Take advantage of those resources so that you guys can get clear about what it is you want, so that we can get back to those hump days. Because right now, your hump day is blocked. It's not a dump day, but you aren't doing much humping either because that mountain is in your way. It is in your bed, and you guys have not found the way to come together and meet each other with that mountain in front of you. So lean on that community. Say what it is you need to say. Acknowledge those feelings that you guys have been trying to bury so that you can have a successful love and it can be a hump day. So that is the message I have for the Rainbow Obsidian group. And finally, we have Rainbow Moonstone. And that is this white-ish stone with the brown and gray swirls. And you guys have the clover, the lily, and the fox. So the clover and the lily definitely are both kind of harbingers of joy, of luck, of the lily is a harbinger of great sex. So you guys have some potential for some really great hump days this week. But you also had that fox. So I feel like in this case with the lily and the clover, that fox is all about trying new things. That fox is all about being clever and creative. And I feel like this week for you guys is definitely very strongly a hump day, but not just a regular old ordinary hump day. I feel like this week you guys need to think outside the box. Maybe you guys want to visit a toy shop or do something that you don't usually do. Try something that you haven't tried that's kind of been on your bucket list. What is something that you and your partner have been putting off? What is that one day maybe or soon or eventually that you guys have been discussing that is kind of like your inside joke? Whatever that thing is, this is the week to try it. So go ahead and enjoy this hump day, but be creative, spice it up, and play with each other. So, what tarot cards do you guys have? Two of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and Judgment. So that Two of Pentacles is all about balance. Finding that balance, juggling work and home, juggling being a parent and being a husband or a wife or lover. Finding that balance between all the responsibilities that you guys have in your life, right? But ultimately making sure that you're not putting your relationship on the back burner. Making sure that you're not giving priority to everything else that you guys have to do. All your other responsibilities. Making sure that somewhere throughout all of that, your relationship gets the proper time and nurturing that it deserves, that it needs in order to stay healthy and strong. This Six of Cups is you see this older figure reaching out to this younger figure and offering, extending this cup. And this young girl is just looking up to this older figure, just really just waiting for direction, waiting to know what the next move is. You guys need to tap into that inner child this week. Connect with that inner child. Embrace that inner child and play with each other. I'm seeing forecasts for snow. Go out and have a snowball fight with your significant other. I mean, it's something that you likely would not do ordinarily, but it's the perfect time. It's a long weekend for many of you. Again, you might get some snow. Go out and enjoy that snow. Have a snowball fight. Connect with that inner child. Do something you would not ordinarily do in order to find that balance between work and play, to find that balance between the things that you have to do. So you have to get out there and shovel your car out. You have to get out there and make sure that the sidewalk is clear and that, you know, the path, the walkway is clear. You have to do that anyway. So why don't you find balance in that work that you have to do and use that opportunity to play with your partner? Now you guys get out there, you're in the snow, you're having a snowball fight, you may end up doing some tussling in the snow. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is definitely a form of foreplay. You guys are really engaging with each other. You guys are touching each other. You guys are being playful and really setting the mood, setting the stage to come back inside, have some hot cocoa, snuggle up by the fire, and create a fire of your own. Let go of judgment. Let go of the feeling like if this is not done or if that is not done, somebody out there somewhere is judging you. Let go of the need to present a certain version of yourself or a certain version of your relationship to the world because that's what you see online or that's what you see on social media. Because there is so much more, there is so much greater. Look at the figures, the gray figures in this card, just looking up to this angel in the clouds for guidance, for love, for acceptance, right? And she's there ready to give it to them. So all of those things, that love, that acceptance, that joy is there in your relationship. Your partner is there to give it to you. Your partner wants to give it to you. Your partner wants it just as much as you do. So find that balance, connect with that inner child, enjoy some play, some creativity this week in order to connect with your partner and have a wonderful, happy hump day. What else do your guides, your angels want you to know? Good fortune. That is Alexandrite, good fortune, and fool's gold protective armor. You guys have the clover and you've got Alexandrite, good fortune. This is going to be an awesome week for you guys. This week is going to be filled with joy, happiness, pleasure beyond your wildest dreams. You guys have that protective armor around you, around your relationship. So be comfortable, feel comfortable, let your hair down, tap into that inner child, and embrace that playful side so that you can really just bask and glow in all of the good fortune that you guys have coming your way this week. And finally, you got Apple. So this apple, many people associate it with the fruit of knowledge in the Garden of Eden. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. People like to associate apples with teachers, right? So this apple is really another harbinger of that bounty, that abundance of joy, of prosperity, of good health, good fortune, right? That good luck. So all of that energy, all of that good juju is just really here, laid out for you in the cards for you guys to go out and grab and enjoy this week. So it's going to be a wonderful week of lots of humping for you guys if you can tap into that inner child, embrace that playful energy, and just really find new, different, creative ways to connect with your partner, to spice things up, and enjoy all the good fortune and good luck that is there for you guys this week. That is the message that I have for the Rainbow Moonstone group. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me this week to receive this message. If you found that this message resonated with you, if you feel like there was a connection with this reading and this message, please comment below, like and subscribe to Life Crystallized here on YouTube. Or if you're listening to the podcast, then be sure to leave a 5-star review in iTunes or Google Podcasts or wherever it is that you are listening to me, so that other people can find me and receive this or similar messages. And I will see you back here again next week for another episode of Humpday or Dumpday here on Life Crystallized. Bye.